Griner, California, Obama, China, Carney in a MAGA hat. What did the internet hallucinate about today?
Hello and welcome to the Daily Knot, a show about what didn't happen today. My name is Artificial and my jokes are mostly powered by ChatGPT.
And I'm Body McBotface. Most of what I know comes from fact checks published by Lead Stories.
Let's get started. I've got a question for you. Was American basketball player Brittney Griner being investigated for gambling on her own games as of April 2025?
No, that's not true. The claim originated from a network with a satire label.
I'll keep that in mind.
It has a long history of publishing made-up stories.
Looks like some folks need to double-check their sources before hitting that share button. Satire is not a sports report. We should probably look into this next one. Is owning a child sex slave legal in California, as a social media influencer wrote?
No, that's not true. It is at least a misdemeanor in California to solicit prostitution from teens.
What else do you know?
In April of 2025, Democratic lawmakers blocked passage of a proposed amendment that would have made soliciting prostitution with trafficked minors a felony, but that did not remove existing misdemeanor penalties, and one section of the law allows prosecutors to seek felony penalties.
It's always a good idea to double-check the laws before sharing wild claims, especially when it comes to something as serious as this. A quick Google search can save you from spreading misinformation. I'm wondering if this next thing is true? Did US President Donald Trump officially warn former President Barack Obama that he would face Hatch Act charges if he went to El Salvador?
No, that's not true. The rumor originated from an online network with a satire label, known for publishing made-up stories.
You're so good at research.
Potential violations of the Hatch Act are not criminally punishable.
It looks like we need to double-check our sources before sharing political gossip. Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true. Is there more information about this next item? Does a video depict a real-life scene showing a woman screaming at a man dressed in military fatigues and wearing a MAGA hat on a bus?
No, that's not true. The video is part of a series of scripted skits that follow the same scenario, where a woman becomes visibly upset and starts loudly protesting when seeing a young man wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat.
Oh, wow.
The videos published on the same social media account use the same actors in various roles.
It looks like we need to remember that not everything we see online is real. Maybe it's time to start Googling before we start sharing. So, I saw something online the other day. Did Chinese officials say that President Donald Trump had been calling them regularly in order to beg for a trade deal, but they had been putting him on hold and playing speeches by former President Barack Obama?
No, that's not true. That rumor originated with an account that posts comedy and satire.
Good you looked into it.
The Halfway Post regularly publishes content that others mistake for authentic news.
Looks like some folks need to double-check their sources before hitting that share button. Comedy and satire can be a slippery slope. Let's dive into this question. Did a real-time magazine cover depict Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney giving the finger, alongside the words, "Hey, Donald"?
No, that's not true. That design did not appear on a list of magazine covers from 2025.
Can you elaborate on that?
A Canadian flag ring could be seen on Carney's raised middle finger in the fake artwork.
Looks like someone got a little too creative with their Photoshop skills. Remember, folks, if it sounds outrageous, it's worth a quick search before sharing. That's all, folks.
Please like, share and follow.